If someone was horribly abusive to you in this lifetime, does it mean that they might be possessed by demons? That's a question a recent client asked in her higher self hypnosis session. Hi, if you don't know me, my name is Tracy, and I lead my clients to look at a past life that's relevant to their current life. We look at what they do in between lives, and then we talk to their higher self when they're under hypnosis to get answers to every question they have about their lives. So in this case, my client's mother was horrendously abusive to her growing up. When learning about my client's past, I figured there was probably some sort of dark energy or dark entity at play here, but I didn't bring that up to my client because I didn't want to put that idea in her head. But in her session, her higher self certainly brought that up and said that her mother had agreed on a soul level to allow a lot of demons reside in her body. That her soul was still there, but it was almost like it was pushed into a tiny little corner and only came out sometimes for very brief periods of time, but other than that, the demons were running wild. They were the ones controlling things, which would explain why my client says she'll call her mom every once in a great while, and the conversation will start off fine, but quickly turns into abusive language from her mother. It's almost like these demons let the mom peek out for a little bit to kind of reel her in, and then they come in and take over. So we explored this topic a lot in my client's higher self hypnosis session, and one of the questions I asked her higher self was if it could go back to the time when my client was in her mother's womb and surround her with a protective shield, a bubble of unconditional love and light that shields her and protects her from her mother's emotions and traumas and dramas. Her higher self did that, and then this is what her higher self said. She sees the pain, she feels the pain, she hears the pain, but she is emotionless to it. She knows it's not a reflection of who she is. Therefore, she should not receive it. And then, because her higher self said there is virtually no chance her mother will ever free herself from these demons in this lifetime, she should cut off all communication. That she's not going to have the mother figure she wishes she could have. It's just not possible because of the choices her mother has made on a soul level to allow this. And I wanted to share this brief story because not everyone had an ideal childhood. I hear lots of stories of incredible abuse from my clients. And while some people are able to make changes and do the work on themselves, many of them are not willing to do so in this lifetime. It doesn't mean they won't in another lifetime, but it's just not written in their soul plan to happen at this time. So it comes down to listening to your intuition and assessing the situation with honesty. Instead of continuing to take abuse and hoping that someone will change, it's coming to acceptance with the fact that it is what it is, and that you may not ever get the parent that you're hoping for, but you can instead turn to the creator of all that is for that. Or look at other family members as a stand-in for the love that you didn't receive from that particular parent. And of course, remembering that in every experience, there's lessons, there's gold that we can draw from it, no matter how difficult it is. And finding the gold in every situation will help us gain enlightenment. It will help us grow on our spiritual path and teach us virtues and lessons that we would not otherwise have received.